Good morning. Welcome to the Minnesota Association of Realtors Tuesday Talks. My name is Chris Galler, and we're going to discuss three issues today related to buyers. The first will be the FHA loan limits in Minnesota, which are different in some areas and have just been certified by HUD. The second, we'll talk about the $8,000 first-time home buyer tax credit that you can use with consumers to help them take a bite out of the closing costs or down payment over a period of time. And then the last item we'll talk about is the Minnesota Realtors Home Buyer Guide, which has a full promotion, a website, and a good book for you to review. First, the FHA loan limits. FHA loan limits in the state of Minnesota for most counties is $271,050. There are a couple of exceptions. One is Cook County up in northeastern Minnesota, which has a limit of $296,250. And then those counties in and around the metro area, which are Anoka, Carver, Chisago, Dakota, Hennepin, Isanti, Ramsey, Scott, Sherburne, Washington, and Wright counties, which have a loan limit of $365,000. Those are the new FHA loan limits, and if you're helping buyers in those areas, you should be aware of what those numbers are. The next thing we'd like to talk about is the new $8,000 first-time home buyer credit, which recently passed through Congress and the President signed. The $8,000 home buyer tax credit is a little different than it was the year before. It used to be $7,500 and you had to pay it back. Now you don't have to pay it back. It is good on single-family homes, including townhomes, condos, and co-op properties. There are income limits in place. For a single person, the income limit is up to $75,000 with a phase-out when somebody reaches $95,000. For married couples, the limit is up to $150,000 in income with a phase-out at $170,000. A couple other things. One, a first-time home buyer is anybody that has not owned a home in the last 3 years, which is important. There is no repayment provision in this year's program, and it is good through December 1st of 2009, and it began with purchases as of January 1st, 2009. We have additional information on the Minnesota Association of Realtors website, www.mnrealtor.com. The last item we'll discuss today is the Minnesota Home Buyer Guide, and I'll give you an example of that book here. This book was produced a few years ago. It's updated annually. The new revision is almost completed and ready for you to download. It's available at firstminhome.com or on the Minnesota Association of Realtors website. We're getting a number of web hits. In January, we received 33,000 hits on the website. The highest number was last June when we received 117,000. People wonder, well, what does that mean? Just to give you some perspective, there were about 55,000 total sales in the state of Minnesota. So people are online, they are looking at the book, and you can use it yourself in a number of different ways. You can use the book at open houses, including, if you go to the Minnesota Realtor website, a PowerPoint presentation that you can download to your laptop and turn on and play during the open house. This may be especially effective during the Parade of Homes promotion, which will be coming up in the very near future, where you have 2, 3, 4 families going through the property. This could play in the background so that they may become interested in it and ask you questions about first-time home buying and what it can do for them. We hope that you utilize that. If you have any questions about it or would like to purchase a book, please go to the Minnesota Realtor website. That'll wrap up today's program. We thank you for tuning in to Tuesday Talks with your Minnesota Association of Realtors.